Hi guys, this message is for my Sagittarius. Sag, what's up? Happy New Year. Some of you it'll resonate with, some of you may not. Take what does apply, let the rest fly. Keep the message in mind. It could be future energy. Sagittarius, irreconcilable differences. Now, this could go on many levels for those of you who are in a relationship or dealing with someone. There is a difference of values. You two do not share the same values. There's not a share in the same beliefs, the same goals. And, that could be hard because there could be love and care or whatever, or some sort of commitment here. But at the end of the day, you got to accept truth and be willing to live in your truth and knowing when something just isn't working out or it's not going to save the time and energy, whatever. Because one thing, confirmation, one thing we cannot replace is time. And we get so caught up in the hype, living our years, and we do not think about that time. And a lot of people, they get older and they look back and be like, man, why was I so blind to the truth? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And you're trying to save yourself, right, from getting there and having to look back and not living in regret, right? So for others of you, it could just be like relationships you've been in, people you date, why it hasn't worked out. It's just difference of beliefs. You could have came together for just passion or a good time partying and things like that. It's kind of what maybe brought you connected, but at the end of the day, there was never full happiness and contentment. Now, whether that's with the person or that's just in your life in general, Sagittarius, and that's because you haven't stayed true to your beliefs and commitments and committed to that. And what it's different for all of you, whether that is, hey, maybe your commitment to God, maybe that is you haven't been fully loyal in your relationships, or maybe you're loyal to the wrong people who are not loyal, or you're committing to people who aren't honest or people who treat you less than. It's different for all of you, but regardless, you have not stayed committed to your beliefs and your values. At the end of the day, whether that means settling for less or however it is, you haven't stayed true to what you believe in your values and stuck to it. And when I started to do your reading, my left palm began to itch. Sometimes that could signify loss, financial loss, bad investments, time wasted, whatever. Take that as a sign, confirmation. So this is, there's some things you need to leave behind. Some of you, it's people. You could have been in a relationship for a long time. So it's hard to walk away, or it's stressing you out, or this and that. And that is just holding you back, that fear. Sorry guys, I gotta grab some lotion. My hands are dry. And that itch on that left hand, once it started, it's like there. So I gotta put some lotion on it. I'm sorry. Um, and you got to walk away. Even if it's like, okay, even if there was no infidelities, lies, cheating, or whatever, and you're just not happy, it doesn't meet your, you got to live in your truth, because the longer you don't, or you don't take action and make these decisions, you're still going to choose to stay stuck, because it's not going to all of a sudden going to become happy, or eventually it's going to get better when you're staying in the same situation that no. So it's like, knowing that fact, Sagittarius, you need to take action. You need to speak your truth. You need to start taking action towards obtaining and living in your reality, your beliefs and values, whatever that means to you. Some of you need to focus on what you spend money on. That is, it shouldn't really here. Some of you need to put more work and effort into your work. Like, here's an example. Like, whatever you do to work, making sure you're not just doing it for the check, which, yeah, we need the check, right? but you're doing it with a passion. You honestly care about the people on the other end. You are considerate, those type of things, that energy, doing what you do and doing it best. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, this is my Sagittarius sun interrupting your video. I'm live on. Oh, okay. So in doing it best, be good at what you do and do it best, even if it's your job and it don't pay much. But when you show up, you're the best at doing what you do. And you do it with integrity, because paying that forward, even though that job may not recognize and pay you, but you can earn blessings outside of that in other aspects and areas in your life, because the universe sees the good you're doing, right? Um, Others of you, you could be feeling overburdened right now. And that could be by finances, that could be by a relationship, that could just be like in life in general. You just may feel like you got a lot of weight on your shoulders, the things you haven't done, things you need to do. And this is because, in order to help and give you this relief, you got to learn to let some things and people go and change your mind and your perspective, right? From negative thoughts to positive thoughts, putting in better work and effort at work, showing up happy, not allowing personal life to affect your work life. And when you feel in this energy of overburden and you're just, there is cycles with people that it's like the unfinished business that you need to close out, that you're still holding on to, or a person in particular, and it's okay to be done with something. It's okay to let something go. Some of you, it could be a habit or something is costly to maintain, and you need to let that go. And once you surrender that, things can, and some of you could be deceiving yourselves or lying to yourselves like, no, things gonna work out, it's gonna get better. Even though I know I'm not happy, just give it time, it'll change. Those kind of thoughts. Or like, no, I don't have a problem, I don't need to cut back on this. It's like, there's an energy here of deceiving yourself. You are restricting yourself. You are what is holding you back from moving forward. And until you accept this truth, recognize this truth, and start taking action to correct this, whether it's the finances, the habits, the relationship, your overall mind and intent, because it shows. If you are unhappy in life or in general, it shows, at work, or it shows in your efforts, and you may not realize it, but it shows. And that can make you, if you're unhappy, make you lack. You don't feel enthusiastic, you're not putting in that effort, you don't really care much about things you're doing or others when you're not happy. So it's recognizing that and changing that, so things can turn around for you, not only energetically but karmically, you know um and it's choosing to stay true again to those commitments and what you believe in. If you set a goal, you put in the work and you don't stop until you attain that goal. If there's a certain aspect or something you believe in, you know you're not compromising your beliefs for another. This is that energy of sticking to the plan, doing what you're supposed to do and not stopping till you get there. If there's a financial goal, or if you got trying to get a car, or these are examples that you put in all that work and effort into getting that and not allow the distractions. Well, and here's an example. I'm trying to buy a car. It costs $5,000. Okay. I go to work, I do this, but here's an example. I'm smoking cigarettes. I might smoke weed, or I'm giving to a lover. And these are examples again. Those are going to take back and distract you from hitting that goal, because now you got to minus those burdens aren't yours, the lover, and then some of them are the habits. It's that sacrifice. you know all right, let's get into it. What else for Sagittarius? Some of you, stay stuck with the wrong people and then committing to the wrong person and things, and that keeps you stuck. And if your finances may seem blocked or things may not, that's because you are in a relationship, for some of you, that is blocking your blessings. This is holding on to something or someone, or sticking in something that you know you're technically at the end of the day, you're not fulfilled in some way, shape, or form. And that can block your blessings, or you may feel obligated in some way. But either way it goes, you got to see things for what they are for yourself. That's that truth, right? Accepting that truth, living in that truth. And it's, you got to move forward. There's also a pair here, and how they showed up. Usually they go together. The King and Queen of Wands showed up, but they showed up like this, collective. They are a pair, but they're not facing each other. And that kind of goes with that irreconcilable difference. They are focused on two different things. They are passionate for one another. They do, but they have different goals in mind, and that's okay. But you can't choose to stay stuck in something, even if that's the only problem, when you already know that at the end of the day, that difference is gonna end up separating anyway, you know. So let's see what else. What else for Sagittarius? You guys, I'm going to remind you, like I tell everyone else, if I post a video or anyone else posts a video and it says a different zodiac sign, but the title resonates, or you're even curious, we operate in different energies. And a lot of you, if you haven't checked your birth chart, like I'm a Pisces, I rise in Leo, my moon is in Capricorn. But when I did my birth chart, I have placements in Libra, placements in it. So, don't always pay the zodiac mind, the title, and of course, everything's not going to resonate. These aren't personals, but, check into that. All right. So next one out is moving forward. Needing to move on from a situation that is holding you back in life. It is holding you back. It could be draining you energetically. You're not passionate about your goals. You don't have any creativity going on. You just feel stuck. And then these thoughts are stress and anxiety and worry here. And it's time to free yourself from some. And some of you may not be easy to walk away at this moment. Like, you can't just up and leave. But it's recognizing that and start saving your money and putting the goals towards achieving that so you can. However that means to you. What else for Sagittarius? What else for Sagittarius? And some of you could have been feeling this for a while, secretly feeling this, and it's stressing you out. Deep down, you need to move on, or you need to walk away, and it's stressing you out, and you're keeping your feelings hitting about this. Those feelings come to the surface eventually. You can't keep standing in your own way. You cannot keep blocking your forward movement. You can't keep self-sabotaging your life to make another happy. Keep that in mind, because that tells the universe that you feel you aren't worthy. Someone else is more important than you. When no, you and your happiness and your truth, and sometimes it affects others or hurt, but you have to move forward because it's your life. It's up to you to make you happy at the end of the day. So it's important. What else for Sagittarius? Focusing on your money, it's strong here. Needing to commit to those finances and goals. Cut back on whatever you need to cut back on. Focusing on your health, your self-nurturing, making sure you're taking care of yourself, what you're putting in your body, what you're eating. If you set a goal to not do something no more, not eating something no more, stay true to your commitments. Because you will get your desired goal. You will be happy, but you got to stay true to it. You have to commit to it. If you can't even stay true to your own beliefs and commitments and morals, you can't expect anyone or anything else to, which is why this energy may be burdening, or finances, or unhappiness, and all these other things. They all go together, Sag. They all go together. Focusing on codependency. I meant independency. Sorry. Some of you may be codependent in situations. So it's hard. Again, work on those finances. Sacrifice what you need to sacrifice. Like, if it's habits versus if it ain't food and water and shelter, sacrifice that, to get these goals. The universe will bless you if you do the work and you make those sacrifices, and you're showing you love you and this is what you want and you're willing to do it, and things will turn around for you. But you got to put in that work. You got to take action. Some of you need to focus on being single for a while. When's the last time you've been single for a long time? Not dating and even having sex at all, because it manipulates your energy. It offsets your emotions. Some of you need to speak up about how you feel in a situation, what you're thinking. You need to move forward. It's okay to speak your action and let someone know. It's worse when we move on and we sit and we don't let someone know how we're feeling and thinking, even if it hurts. As long as you're honest with your communication, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You can't be wrong. A person can only hurt, but they can respect that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? What else for Sagittarius? Some of you need to cut back on partying, drinking, smoking, whatever it is. If that affects your finances, that's a blockage to your money right now. You got goals and things you need to take care of, and those things are going to have to wait, especially around New Year's and things like this. Forget that that's going on. It's just a date. Those are distractions, especially if you have goals and inner work and healing and things you got to work on. All this partying and celebrating is distracting you, or investing and spending in that. No, stay focused. You got healing you need to do. You got goals you're trying to reach and keep in mind. Don't let these holidays and festivities and partying and toxicities distract you. What else for Sagittarius? Some of you need to let go of the thought that you need to have someone in your life to be happy, feeling like you got to have or be in a relationship to be happy. It's correcting those thoughts and beliefs, or being with others who are controlling or who want to control you or dominate you. Some of you, your father could have been like this with your mother, or, you tend to date these energies, or you may feel like, whatever. Or some of you, if it's lacking, you got to keep in mind the type. If it ain't a certain type of person who is mature emotionally, who is stable, who embodies the Empress or Emperor energy, then you don't need to be dating them. Some of you recklessly get in relationships with people who lack these qualities, and that's why at the end of the day it doesn't work out. Or holding on to a relationship or something out of control, or allowing someone to hold on to you or this out of control, not wanting to see someone with the next. So I'm going to hold on to it, because if I let this go, even though I'm not happy, this could be someone else's energy towards you too. Even though I'm not happy, but I'm going to hold on because I don't want to see someone else with this. That kind of energy is here. What else, Sagittarius? And you got to recognize that and heal that, because hey, if it's not meant for you, that person's meant for someone else. You can't be in that, or someone, you got to recognize you're in that relationship with someone else, or that's why they're holding on. But you got to know at the end of the day, there's an irreconcilable difference here, no matter which way or side you're on. And there's this illusions and all these excuses and reasons why to still continue steady doing something, why to still continue steady dealing with someone. And at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, you're going to be left with all that wasted time and money and efforts and still unhappy. So let's save some time, right? Become enlightened, take action, move forward and heal, let things go. Focus on your happiness. Focus on that self-love, right? Not feeling like you need that love from someone else. Not feeling like you got to be loved by another or in a relationship to feel important. Not searching for that, right? Searching for your self-love and happiness and peace and content within you first. Because until then, you won't attract that like the next individual who embodies that same energy. You're going to keep attracting lessons, or keep repeating this cycle with an individual. Some of you could be dealing with someone who keeps secrets, or you're keeping this a secret, that you truly aren't happy. Someone on the other end is keeping this a secret, whether it's you or the person you're dealing with. And there could be fear of not wanting to leave the other person out in the cold, and like I said, and holding on to, but that's just illusions. It's like, why? That's that control, right? Letting go of control. What else for Sagittarius? So focusing on your goals, right? And doing what it takes to achieve that. If it is a codependent relationship, it's going to take time. Within 6 weeks to 6 months, you can achieve your goal and be fully independent, independent. I keep wanting to say that, self-sufficient. But you got to start now and take the action and put in the work. If your goal is something about a weight loss of food or to cut back on a habit, if you start putting in action and setting goals within 6 weeks, 6 months, you'll meet that goal. If you're trying to get a new place or that car, if you stick to the plan and cut back and make those set, you will attain that. But if you allow these distractions, these other investments and things to come first, things get prolonged and it seems like more burdening. Things get harder on you. You know, there's an energy here of recognizing what real love is and what it isn't. Real love does not consist of control. Real love does not consist of codependency. Real love is honest. There's no secret hidden emotions. There's no secretly feeling one way. You know, it's you also seeing your own definition of what love is to you and what it means and what it's not. And taking action to make that change and make the right decision, you know, to move forward because you want a different relationship or this person does, you know. But someone here is an energy of manipulation to keep someone stuck or to keep sharing finances or something. And that's never going to work out. That's going to end up crumbling or ending in betrayal anyway. That's like a forced bond or relationship here when it could just be choose to let it go or start putting in the work and effort to do that. What else for Sagittarius? Yes, being in an immature relationship. You know, it could have been like this from the beginning. It was based upon flirting, you know, love bombing. It was fun, you know, it was attractive. There's spunk there. And that's fine. It could have been. But at this point now it's not. So it's recognizing that and holding back no matter what aspect you're on, right? Because you want to bring balance in your life. You want to be fair, doing what's right and what's just. And when we don't do that and we keep it hidden and we deal with someone or do something else, or if the other person is and you're aware of this, that's when karma kicks in, right? That's when things come to the surface that hurt, or when we find out deception, or when we realize this, or if this is you in that energy. What's done in the dark will always come to light. And why not just hold back, you know, find the strength and courage to work on the goals, speak your truth, and do what you need to do and handle it correctly. And that's by being honest. That's by living in your truth, whether this is you or someone else. Yeah, because I see a relationship coming to an end, an unexpected end, and at some point in time. And this is fair because, you know, sometimes the universe has to step in and do things for us that we didn't have the power to do ourselves, like cause a upheaval or break up or expose something to push us forward to, you know what I mean? It's all about how you look at it when it happens. You could be feeling stuck or have been stuck on someone or a situation for a while now, and this is going to happen to push you forward. You may not like it, but you have the power to go ahead and take those steps forward where it doesn't have to hit you suddenly or unexpectedly because you were honest. You took that action, you removed yourself, or you, whatever this is, you know, whatever side you're on, Sag. And whenever this change does happen, just know, don't stay stuck on the hurt. Just know it happened for you. It was meant to. There's going to be a whole new opportunity once this change happens and this upheaval and this, I want to say, separation. Then things can start moving forward. You'll feel a whole lot better about yourself. You know, things you'll realize, geez, you know, that wasn't it for me. Whatever that was. And there's going to be heartbreak here. There's going to be sadness. There was fighting. You know, it was based off passion. It wasn't a lot of emotion zoned. You know, someone could have their guard up. And you just got to make a decision and stick to it. You're meant to move forward. It's going to hurt some people. It might hurt you. It might hurt them. But just know you are meant to move forward and get out of this conflict. Get out of your head. Heal and let it go. And stay true to your commitments. Stay true to what you believe and what makes you happy. And know what your truest heart desires. And do what you need to do. Take action. So the universe doesn't have to do it for you. You know, don't sit and ponder and be indecisive or feeling like your decision is going to leave someone feeling betrayed and hurt. Sometimes it's like that. We have sudden change of heart, sudden change of mind. But when we stick in situations and we know our heart's not in it no more, and we're not speaking up about it, and we're not taking action, that's betraying yourself. That's even worse. You know, it's time to take a new path, a new decision, because you've been feeling stuck. And it could be a toxic relationship. There could be addictions here, codependency that keeps you stuck. And it's recognizing that and working on that so you can free yourself. Some of you need to let go of toxicities, drugs, alcohol, weed, or sex, whatever, or this person. It could be just a person in this energy, because it blocks you in some way, shape, or form. And you need to set boundaries. And someone might come to say, well, after all this time and all this I invested, and you're just going to leave me. Or it's, hey, accept defeat, accept ending. Sometimes it's like that. But you got to know when to move forward. There's going to be losses. That was that. There's going to be losses. People will heal and get over it. But you got to follow your heart. You got to know it's time to move forward. Some people might try to offer you things to keep you stuck, or pry on your addictions or toxicity or things, you know, might try to use sex to keep you involved, might try to use drugs, offers, some type of stronghold, something they know you like to keep you stuck, whether it's money or what. Keep that in mind. What else for Sagittarius? Yep, surrender this. Let it go. It's time to end this habit, this person, is something, and a whole new beginning awaits once you do it. Until then, it's just going to remain stuck. And then the universe is going to step in. Either way, things are going to change. That's what I got for you guys. Happy New Year. Like, share, subscribe.